The internet is a vast and complex landscape. It offers incredible opportunities for connection, communication, and commerce. But like any powerful tool, it can be used for malicious purposes. This brings us to the world of hacking. This is for educational purposes only. I'm not teaching you how to hack, I'm showing you how it's done so you can protect yourself. Subscribe to Cyber Network for more cybersecurity content. Hacking is the unauthorized access or control of computer systems and networks. Hackers exploit vulnerabilities to steal data, disrupt services, and even take control of entire systems. This can have devastating consequences for individuals, businesses, and governments. Understanding how hackers operate is crucial in today's digital age. This essay delves into the dark side of the web, exploring the methods hackers use to breach website security. We'll uncover the techniques they employ and the vulnerabilities they exploit. We'll also discuss the legal and ethical implications of hacking. Remember, knowledge is power. By understanding the threats, we can better protect ourselves and our digital assets. So let's dive in and explore the world of hacking. Hackers utilize a variety of tools and techniques to infiltrate websites. These tools range from simple scripts to sophisticated software suites. One common tool is a packet sniffer. This intercepts data packets traveling across a network, allowing hackers to eavesdrop on communications and steal sensitive information. Another essential tool is a vulnerability scanner. This software automatically scans websites and networks for known weaknesses. These vulnerabilities could be outdated software, misconfigured servers, or even human error. Once a vulnerability is identified, hackers can exploit it using various methods. Some hackers develop their own custom exploits, while others rely on pre-built tools and scripts readily available on the dark web. These tools provide hackers with the means to bypass security measures and gain unauthorized access to websites and networks. The tools and techniques employed by hackers are constantly evolving. It's a constant cat-and-mouse game between security professionals and malicious actors. As new vulnerabilities are discovered and patched, hackers find new ways to exploit them. SQL injection is a common and potentially devastating hacking technique. It targets websites that use SQL databases to store information. Think of user accounts, passwords, and sensitive business data. Hackers exploit vulnerabilities in a website's code to inject malicious SQL commands. Imagine a website with a login form. A user enters their username and password. Normally, the website's code would take this information and check it against the database. But with SQL injection, a hacker manipulates the input fields. They might enter something like, or 1 or 1. This seemingly nonsensical string can trick the database into executing unintended commands. The database sees 1, 1 as always true. This bypasses the authentication process, granting the hacker access. SQL injection can have severe consequences. Hackers can steal sensitive data, modify or delete existing data, and even gain complete control over the database server. Protecting against SQL injection requires careful coding practices and robust security measures. Cross-site scripting, or XSS, is another prevalent web vulnerability. It allows hackers to inject malicious code into a website. This code then executes in the browsers of unsuspecting users. Imagine a hacker injecting a script into a comment section of a forum. When someone views the comment, the malicious script runs in their browser. This script could steal their cookies, log their keystrokes, or even redirect them to a malicious website. The danger of XSS lies in its ability to target unsuspecting users. Users might think they are interacting with a trusted website, but in reality, they are executing code injected by a hacker. XSS attacks can be prevented by validating and sanitizing user input. Developers must ensure that any data submitted by users is treated as potentially malicious. Section 5. Phishing. Luring the unsuspecting. Phishing is a social engineering attack that tricks users into revealing sensitive information. It often involves emails, text messages, or websites disguised as legitimate entities. These could be banks, social media platforms, or even government agencies. Imagine receiving an email that appears to be from your bank. It might claim there's a problem with your account and ask you to click on a link to verify your information. The link, however, leads to a fake website designed to steal your login credentials. Phishing relies on human psychology, exploiting our trust in familiar brands and our fear of missing out on important information. To protect against phishing, be wary of unsolicited emails or messages asking for personal information. Always double-check the sender's address and look for any suspicious signs, such as grammatical errors or misspellings. Section 6. Brute force attacks. Cracking the code. Brute force attacks are a straightforward yet effective hacking method. It involves systematically guessing usernames and passwords until access is gained. Imagine a hacker targeting a website's login page. They use a program to try thousands or even millions of password combinations per second. While this method may seem rudimentary, it can be surprisingly effective, especially against weak or commonly used passwords. The longer and more complex the password, the more difficult it is to crack using brute force. Protecting against brute force attacks involves implementing strong password policies, using multi-factor authentication, and limiting login attempts. These measures make it significantly harder for hackers to guess their way into an account. Section 7. Denial of service attacks. Overwhelming the system. Denial of service or DOS attacks aim to make a website or online service unavailable to legitimate users. They achieve this by flooding the target with traffic from multiple sources, overwhelming its resources and causing it to crash. Imagine a popular online store being hit with a massive surge of traffic. This traffic isn't from actual customers, but from bots controlled by the attacker. The store's servers can't handle the overwhelming traffic. This results in slow loading times, errors, and eventually, a complete shutdown. DOS attacks can disrupt businesses, cause financial losses, and damage reputation. Preventing DOS attacks requires robust network infrastructure, traffic monitoring tools, and DDoS protection services. These measures help mitigate the impact of such attacks and keep websites online. Section 8. Social engineering, the human element. Social engineering is a manipulation tactic that exploits human psychology to gain access to systems or information. It preys on our trust, helpfulness, and fear. Hackers use social engineering to trick people into revealing sensitive information, granting access to restricted areas, or installing malware. Imagine receiving a phone call from someone claiming to be from your IT department. They ask for your password to fix a technical issue. You might hesitate for a moment, but the caller sounds convincing and uses technical jargon. You might be more inclined to trust them. Social engineering attacks can be very convincing, making it crucial to be aware of the tactics used. Never give out personal or sensitive information over the phone, email, or text unless you are positive about the requester's identity. Section 9. Staying ahead of the game website security measures. Protecting websites from hackers requires a multi-layered approach. This includes technical measures and user education. Implementing strong passwords, using two-factor authentication, and keeping software up to date are crucial steps. Websites should also be scanned regularly for vulnerabilities. Firewalls act as a barrier between a website and the outside world, blocking unauthorized access attempts. Intrusion detection systems monitor network traffic for suspicious activity, alerting administrators to potential attacks. Educating users about cybersecurity best practices is equally important. This includes creating strong passwords, recognizing phishing attempts, and being cautious about sharing personal information online. Section 10. The legal and ethical implications of hacking. Hacking, in most cases, is illegal and unethical. Unauthorized access to computer systems and networks can lead to severe legal consequences, including fines and imprisonment. Ethical hackers, also known as white hat hackers, use their skills to identify vulnerabilities and improve security. They operate with permission and adhere to ethical guidelines. Their work is crucial in making the internet a safer place. However, there's a fine line between ethical hacking and illegal activities. It's essential to understand the legal and ethical boundaries before engaging in any form of security testing or research. Section 11. Conclusion. Navigating the digital landscape safely. The digital world offers incredible opportunities, but it also presents significant risks. Hackers are constantly finding new ways to exploit vulnerabilities and gain unauthorized access to websites and networks. Understanding the methods they use is the first step towards protecting ourselves. By implementing strong security measures, staying informed about the latest threats, and practicing safe online habits, we can mitigate these risks and navigate the digital landscape safely. Remember, knowledge is power. The more we understand about the threats, the better equipped we are to defend against them.